everybody, this is Play with Trucks, just hanging out at the Ocoee Model Show in Cleveland, Tennessee. And we got James Darby here, better known in the YouTube community as the Mopar Modeler.
That's right.
Is that right?
Mopar Modeler.
Mopar Modeler. And you come down from Kentucky for this trip?
Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
Elizabethtown, Kentucky. A lot of history there, isn't there?
Yeah, if you're into bourbon and General Custer, I guess.
Some history. That's probably more than the town I live in. So. Well, that's pretty cool. We're just going to shoot a real quick 3 questions with a scale modeler video. You good for that?
Yep, sure.
Good for that. Okay. A lot of the questions that I ask have been model-related stuff, so I've tried to kind of get away from that a little bit. Maybe ask some model-related questions, but also ask some other type questions. But so to lead off, I'd like to know what made you decide to come down to this show here and partake of this event?
Well,
because it's a nice little ride.
I know this is the second year, and I didn't come the first year. And just as a tidbit, before I started my own YouTube channel, I was lurking, but I was interested in other things because model cars is not my favorite thing. I mean, that's not my only hobby, I should say. And so Chevy Cheeseburger ended up at the Derby City Shootout one year, which I always have a table because I usually sell there all the time. And he convinced me I should start doing my own videos rather than just, watch other people.
He's good about that.
So I started doing my own videos, and some people liked them until I started doing my apple pie time. I don't know if you know that, and they think that's funny, So I figured, well, it's Chip's show. I ought to come and check this out, and see what his show is like, because he always went, and I know the Derby City Shootout wasn't my show, but it was, in a sense, that was my local show that I went to. So I came down kind of as a respect thing to see his show and support him, because, these shows need a lot of support.
Yeah, they do.
And they're not going to get supported unless people help out or show up. It's not that I'm helping, but, I show up, and it's more people, it's more interesting.
Yeah, the attendance is good.
Man, it's good. I guess the vendors was triple that of his first year, which is always awesome. It makes things more interesting.
Yeah, we had a good time last year.
And also, if you had been here yesterday, they had the get-together.
Yeah. Hospitality.
Yes, and it was, we packed that place. There was probably more than a dozen of us.
That's awesome.
They're talking model cars and everything else. And, us model car guys were kind of weirdos. People don't, you build model cars? Why? So it's nice to hang out with people who go, oh yeah, that's cool. Rather than going, you build model cars? Why?
That is funny. You're exactly right. It does give a lot of us that see each other, in the community, time to get together.
I'm not the only one.
No, not you. So you had alluded to earlier, you have some other hobbies. What are some of your other hobby interests?
Well, I'm a president of a car club, an all-Mopar car club, 1-to-1, and I work on real cars a lot. I collect various things. I like vintage firearms. I'm not into that new fancy stuff. I like the antique stuff, so I do a lot of, restoring old firearms and things like that. Work on mine and my buddy's old cars. If you're into old Mopars from the 70s and older, we like to mess with that. And unfortunately, we have to work on our modern cars too, because they're always breaking down.
Yeah, that's one thing that you can account an automobile doing is not running forever.
That's true.
I think they build them that way on purpose, right? So
Yeah,
maybe you have to buy a new one.
Yeah, that way. Yeah. Every 10 years you got to get a new car.
So obviously with Mopar being in your name, Mopar Modeler, you're a heavy Mopar fan.
Big time.
Do you limit yourself specifically? I mean, if you walk in, you're going to buy a kit, you say, really, I want to just buy a Mopar, or do you just whatever grabs you?
I try to do that because I have literally thousands of unbuilt model kits, in my house. And so I say
Thousands.
Yeah. You always hear how people, well, when I was a kid, I built models and I got out of it, and now I'm getting back into it. I've been into it 3 years. Well, I never got out of it, and I've always been into it, and I always had something going on. The only times I wasn't building models was if I was deployed when I was in the military or something like that. But I always carried around with me, you know, wherever I lived, something to do with model cars. And so, you know, when you have over 30 years of buying model kits, you tend to get a stack of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, so, yeah.
You're right about that. Well, you should bring them to some of the shows. I'm sure some of us can help you weed them out.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah.
Because you're never going to build 1,000.
No, but when I get close to the end, I'll try to liquidate them all.
Yeah, hopefully your family won't have to liquidate for you.
Yeah. I have a bunch of friends that would help them.
Oh, I'm sure.
My kids.
I bet.
I guarantee. William Ryder would be the first one at the door.
Oh, yeah, big Will.
Yeah.
Well, James, thank you for your time, and let me say
Well,
thank you
nice
for your
talking to
service
you.
that
Yeah.
you've served the country. What branch? Army. We appreciate that. I always like to thank a veteran. I'll thank one if I see him on the street with a hat on.
Yeah.
I'll just stop and say thank you. I think we don't get enough, appreciation to our service members.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, and I really respect the older veterans, World War II and all that, because, you know, war was different then than what it is now, and it was a lot harder. And, you know, you see how, you know, the veterans' benefits are getting less and less, and you kind of feel bad for these guys that, you know, they actually earned it.
Sure.
They deserve it, and, you know, they're kind of just pushed aside a lot of times. And it's sad.
Very sad.
But,
very sad. Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for doing the
nice
interview.
talking to
It's
you.
nice to meet you in person.
Yeah.
You'll tell everybody out there bye.
This is moparmodeler. Good day.
See you guys later.